What's up, everybody? Well, I got another Asus G15 Advantage gameplay video for you guys today, and today we're gonna check out Mirthwood. Now, originally this was something I was just gonna test out on the Steam Deck and the easy to run stuff, figuring it would get like 60 to 120 FPS no problem. But no, it seems like it's kind of hard to run. So I figured, well, gotta do my due diligence then. Let's see how it runs on mid-range stuff like this. So let's not waste any more time and let's get ourselves into the game. All right, so we'll start on Ultra 1080p here. And if it can't handle 60 plus, well, then we'll tone it down a little bit. But if we get down to like high or something like that, then and it's still dropping under 60, it's probably just one of those things where the thing doesn't want to have a constant 60 experience. But if I remember correctly, it does an alright-ish job. But hey, I guess we'll go see. Alright, very beginning of the game, just like everything else. So I'll just shut up, let it play, and then we'll see how it does in the actual game.
When all grows dark, and your story begins in darkness. But tonight, in the cool of the old vineyard, the air is still, offering you a moment to reflect on your past. Now, where's Asher gone off to? Ah, there he is.
Well, it seems to be doing an alright job in this area, but this is a pretty easy to run area. There's certain spots that can be a little iffy, but most of it was pretty good on everything. It's the next area where you spend most of your time that's a little iffy. So, we'll see when we get there. Yeah, we keep getting stuck here. Definitely not cool. Luckily, it's just the prologue and you can skip it. But that makes me wonder if stuff like that's going to happen further into the game, you know? But luckily, we can go load in, further in. But I also wanted to see if it was just a fluke too, so I started over again and just wanted to see what it was going to do. I think after that I started just loading and going past. But I think after this I decided to just move on to camera or something too, but I guess we'll find out.
To reflect on your past. Now, where's Asher gone off to? Ah, there he is.
Alright, let's go see if we get stuck this time. I'm pretty sure we do. And I don't know what the hell happened all of a sudden, but luckily we've got a solution. Alright, so are we going to get stuck? We're just going to skip through all this. We already see it, and yes, we do. Well, that's super lame. Well, let's go move on over to camera. Alright, let's get some camera recorded gameplay. Luckily, I saved way further into the game. Glad I did that. Yeah, that's crazy. Even in a game like this on Ultra, we're just barely staying above 60 at some points. This is the kind of FPS I like to get in these kind of situations, so that's okay. Still seems to have its stutters and whatnot, but I think that's the game. It could be Afterburner doing it, but I think that's just the way the game is. I guess we'll see when we get to the Intel and NVIDIA PC, because that's not affected by Afterburner, as far as I know. That's just an AMD CPU thing. I have no room for the onion, but I do have room for charcoal. Nope, no room for cabbage. Draw my blade just in case like a wolf or something comes. Or a bandit. Huh, this seems to have little skips in the audio too. The NVIDIA GPU did not seem to have that issue. So maybe it's an AMD thing. It's not like it's the end of the world, but I just like pointing those things out. Ooh, wow. That was some stutter. So we do still drop under 60 at some point. On Ultra anyway. Alright, well. Just for fun. Oh, not high. We'll go with very high first. See what that does, see if we can have any more drops under 60. But, oh shit. Fuck you, wolf! Damn, he fucked me up real good that time. Those wolves are no joke. I'm gonna sleep real quick too. I think that heals you a slight amount. Could be wrong. It does. Alright. Oops, that's not what I wanted settings, but whatever. Let's try dropping it down to high now. Doesn't really seem to affect FPS all that much, really. I was noticing that on the other systems too. It helps in some spots and not in others. Although this is another one of those games where the GPU is kind of sitting there twiddling its thumbs, not really using full utilization. So I've always wondered if that also can be part of why you're going to get like 60 plus all the time. Most of the time it does though, but mid-range thing like this can't even play an indie game like this without dropping under 60. That's crazy. Although I was just playing bad optimization on that one. This thing should be plenty enough to play this thing maxed out and never drop under 60 a single time. But not all indie games are created equal. It's not like it's unplayable or a garbage game or any means. I'm just saying it's not perfect. And that's okay. Some apples. How about them apples? Hey, we found Agatha's hut again. Oh yeah, stole your wood. Seems like there's no really other way to go around here, is there? Oh wait, maybe there is. I do not want to fight the wolf again. Here's a big old stutter. This game just seems to do that, I think. Alright, I think we lost the wolf. Oh shit, now we found another one though. Barely stand above 60 here. Well, that makes me glad I decided to test this out. Still more unplayable by all means, but definitely has its little bits of issues, that's for sure. It does drop down under 60 at points. In any case though, I think that's more than good enough for camera recording gameplay. Let's go wrap this video on up. Well, alright guys, that's a wrap from Mirthwood at 1080p anyway on the Asus G15 Advantage, and it's still very playable, but still has its moments where it too drops under 60 here and there. Now that's pretty rare, but it does happen, so I can't sit there and lie to you and say, oh yeah, you 60 plus everywhere. Nope, sure doesn't. But most of the time, sure. And I could definitely play on here no problem. So now we can wrap this up and move on to 1440p, and that one can be a wild card. It is harder to run, of course, but this thing gets a little boost from getting hooked up to external monitors, since it doesn't have a mux switch. So that also could smooth it out a little too, and it might just stay above 60. I've had games do that, like Schedule 1 for example. That ran better at 1440 than it did at 1080. Again, had no problem playing it at both resolutions, but it was definitely more fun at 1440. But in any case though, why don't we wrap this up so I can go get started on the 1440p video. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, because I sure as hell enjoyed making it for you guys. And until the next video, peace out guys.